Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Debbie and this class is brought to you by Family Care Health Centers in St. Louis. So for today you may want or you will want a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you could use a belt, a towel, a rope, anything strap-like. So please remember to modify this practice in any way that you need or want to so that it feels comfortable in your body. Stretching sensation, maybe some muscle fatigue is normal, but sharp or burning pain is not okay. So if anything causes a sharp or burning pain, please stop doing it. And you can always pause the video, take a break, come back to it later. We're going to try to do a shorter practice today. I keep getting requests. People say that an hour is intimidating, but you don't have to do the full hour. Today's class, I'm going to shoot for around 30 or 40 minutes, and we're not moving the whole time either. We take breaks. We have Shavasana. We have breathing exercises, so we're not constantly moving for the whole class. So remember that. So let's start by taking a moment to get centered. So find an easy seated position on your chair with no arms, and we will get started. So find some length in the spine, soften the shoulders down, lower the gaze or close your eyes. And feel the length of your spine. And welcome yourself to your practice, this precious time that you've carved out of your busy day to take care of yourself. Setting aside any tasks that need to be done. It's a busy week for most of us, so there's plenty to do, but nothing that requires your attention in this moment. This moment is just for you. You'll be better prepared to tackle all the tasks and things to do after making some time for yourself. If you'd like to set an intention or a dedication or a mantra for your class today, now would be a great time to do that. An intention is any quality or characteristic that you would like to be more present in your life. We'll take a few rounds of Durga breath. So that's equal part breathing or 3-part breathing. But really the purpose or intention of this breath work is to slow down or elongate the breath. So we'll start with breaking it into sections, but then it becomes a slow, deep, even breath. So go ahead and let your breath out. And on an inhale, feel the belly expand, the ribs expand, the heart lifts, slight pause at the top of your inhale, and then a slow exhale, heart lowers, ribs and the belly draws in slightly. And on the pause at the bottom of your exhale, you soften everything. Inhale, belly, ribs, heart, pause, exhale, heart, ribs, belly in, pause and soften, and then just try to find the more fluid movement in the breath, but always make sure on the inhale the belly inflates like a balloon. And just continue with this 3-part breathing. Focusing on those three parts of the breath encourage us to stay present in this moment. And take one more round of breath like this. Release the hands back to the lap if they're not there already. And just notice how your body feels. Notice how your thoughts are without judgment, without expectation. And then gently blink open the eyes. And maybe you scooch forward in your chair. And we're going to interlace the fingers in front of the heart. And then we're going to extend the palms forward. And then inhale the arms up overhead. And the palms are flipped up towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, the right elbow lowers out to the right. And the left elbow comes behind the head. And we'll take a couple breaths here. Inhale, the arms come back overhead, palms up, and on an exhale, the left elbow lowers to the floor and the right elbow comes behind the head. So we're getting into the side body and the triceps here. And then we're going to turn this into a flow. So inhale, the arms come back overhead. Exhale, right elbow drops to the right side body. Inhale, palms up, and exhale, left elbow drops. Keep the chin lifted as much as you can while you're doing this. Just getting into the shoulders, the tricep. Flowing side to side at your pace with your breath. Let's take one more to each side. Good. Reach the arms up, release the arms down, shake them out a little bit. Noticing how the body feels after that little bit of movement. And then we're going to take a little bit of a cat-cow, but it's really more focused on the upper back versus the low back. So keep the low belly in and up. We're going to bring the arms to cactus arms. And on an inhale, we're going to reach the elbows back, feeling the shoulder blades draw towards the spine. And on an exhale, we try to bring the forearms in front of the face any amount. Maybe the chin drops slightly. Inhale, goalpost arms, elbows draw back. Maybe the chin lifts a little bit. And on an exhale, the shoulder blades widen and the forearms come toward together. And that's our flow. So inhale, elbows draw back. Exhale, forearms draw together. And again, flow at your pace and with your breath. The connection of the movement with the breath is what calms our central nervous system when we do yoga. Also helps us to stay very present in the body and noticing the sensations, embracing the sensations. Let's take one more. Letting go of any tension in the shoulders and in the neck. Good. Release the arms again. Maybe shake them out a little bit. And then we'll come into a twist. So inhale the arms out wide and up by the ears. And on an exhale, the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. The right hand reaches for the right hip or the back of the chair. Belly is engaged. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist. We're not forcing or cranking anything here. Just breathing into this gentle twist. And feeling the length of the spine with each inhale and the twist of the spine with each exhale. Slow, deep breaths. Good. On an exhale, nice and slow, untwist. And then on an inhale, the arms come up overhead. And on an exhale, we twist to the left now. So the right hand on the outside of the left knee, left hand to the left hip or the back of your chair. Inhale, lengthen the spine and draw the belly in. And exhale, twist. So we draw the belly in to protect the low spine, the low back, and to support the spine. Massage all the abdominal organs with each long breath. And on your next exhale, slowly untwist. Inhale, arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, the right hand lowers to the seat of the chair and the left arm comes up and over. We take a side bend to the right, keeping our left hip rooted and really reaching out through your left fingertips. Maybe you give them a little wiggle. Reaching the left ribs to your left wall and breathing into the left side body. And on an inhale, right arm comes back up, torso comes upright. And on an exhale, the left hand finds the seat of the chair, the right arm up and over. Right hip rooted, wiggle those right fingertips up and out to the left. Reach through those fingertips. Reach the right ribs to the right. Sending a little love to our spine and the 6 movements of the spine. We've done them all now. That's flexion and inflection, the side bending, the twisting, lateral movements. Good. Inhale, both arms up by the ears, torso comes upright, and on an exhale, just lower the hands by the hips. Give them a little shaky, shaky. And then we're going to take the right hand to the left shoulder and the left hand to the right shoulder. So our right elbow is under our left elbow. And we're going to lift the elbows just a little bit away from the chest. And we're going to keep the hip joints pointed forward as much as we can. And we're going to take the elbows to the right and the gaze to the right on an inhale. And on an exhale, we're going to take the elbows and the gaze all the way over to the left. Inhale, elbows and gaze to the right. Exhale, elbows and gaze to the left. 2 more times like that, and then we're going to switch the gaze. So now when the elbows come to the right, our gaze is going to go to over the left shoulder. And then back through center, elbows left, gaze right. And flow like that a couple times. Start to get into our neck. And one more time to each side. Elbows right, gaze left. Elbows left, gaze right. Inhale, extend the arms wide out to the side. Really reach through the fingertips. And now we'll bring the left elbow under the right elbow. Opposite hands to opposite shoulders. Same thing. Inhale, left, gaze left. Exhale, elbows right, gaze right. One more to each side. And then we'll take the elbows left, gaze right. Elbows right, gaze left. And send yourself a little love in this self-hugging posture. One more to each side. And come back to center and release the arms. And so we're going to reach the right arm up by the right ear. Feel the root of the right sit bone and really find as much length reaching up, straight up to the sky as possible. So we're really reaching through the right fingertips like we're trying to touch the ceiling. It's okay if that right shoulder hunches up by the right ear. And keep reaching and keep breathing. And exhale, release the right arm. Notice the difference between the right shoulder and the left shoulder. And then we'll even it out. So reach the left arm as high up to the sky as you possibly can while you're rooting down through the left sit bone. So there's no side bending happening here. We're just reaching straight up to the sky and breathing. And exhale, release that arm down. And we're going to play with a little brain power. So we're going to inhale the right arm up by the right ear as we lift the left leg straight out in front. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm reaches up, right foot reaches forward. And that's our, and then we're going to try to do both. So it may work better to scooch back in your chair a little bit because then we're going to reach both arms up to the sky and both feet straight out in front of us. And exhale, release. Right arm, left leg lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm, right leg lifts. Exhale, release. Inhale, both arms, both legs lift. And exhale, release. That's our flow. Ooh. Couple more times. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. And both. One more. And release. All right. So we're going to take some sun salutations just to build a little heat. Since this is a little bit of a shorter practice, we want to get some bang for our buck here. So we're going to inhale the arms out wide and up by the ears. Exhale the arms to cactus arms. Inhale, tilt halfway forward. Core is engaged and the spine is long and straight. Exhale, find your forward fold. Either forearms to the knees and the head drops, or the hands travel down the shins and the head drops. Inhale, halfway lift, so the hands come to the shin or the knees to lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the right arm sweeps out to the side and up to the sky. The gaze can follow. And exhale, the right arm reaches out and down. Inhale, left arm out and up. Exhale, lower it back down. Inhale, either the hands help or the arms go wide, torso lifts back up, arms overhead, and on an exhale, palms together, drawn down in front of the heart center. You're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, the arms out wide and up by the ears. Exhale to cactus arms. Inhale, halfway tilt forward. Exhale, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders come away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right arm out and up to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm out and up to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise it all back up. Palms touch overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more, you got this. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, tilt forward halfway. Exhale, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right arm out and up. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm out and up. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms wide, flat back all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to be quiet this time. Flow at your pace with your breath. Good. Release the hands to your lap. Lower your gaze or close your eyes and just notice maybe if the heart is beating a little bit faster with that movement, if your body has built up some heat, just notice without judgment. Maybe you also call to mind again your intention or your dedication or your mantra. Just connect with that. Allow your breath to regulate again, your heart to regulate. Feel your heart beating in your chest. And bat the eyes open. We're going to take the legs to a little bit of a wide angle. Come back to the front edge of your chair. And we're just going to let both knees fall over to the right. And you're going to come off that left sit bone a little bit. And then let both knees fall over to the left. And the right sit bone comes off the chair. And just flow a little side to side. Get into the waist a little bit here. You have the option of continuing just like this, but if you want to take it further, as the knees fall to the left, see what it feels like to maybe straighten or go towards straight with the right leg. And then back through center. Knees go to the right, maybe the left leg extends straight. Maybe, maybe not. Your practice, your choice. Any kind of gentle flow side to side. And come on back to center and walk the feet back forward so the ankles are under the knees right in front of you, and we're going to do some blast offs. So we'll start with the hands on the hips, or maybe the hands are on the chair to help you. But we're just going to lift off the chair a little bit and lower back down. So maybe the hands help you get off if your legs aren't feeling too strong today, or the hands can be on the hips as you lift up and lower back. A little bit more would be the arms to come forward as you lift up. Straight arms come forward. Belly's engaged. Or maybe the arms come up by the ears. Your choice. One more. And release it down. Good. All right, we're going to take our strap. Let's go ahead and sit back a little bit more in our chair. So take your strap or your belt or whatever strappy thing you have. And we're going to place the strap around the ball of the right foot. And it can sometimes help to sort of wrap the ends around your hands. And we're going to lift the right leg. It can be bent if that feels better. If it stretches too intense with the right leg being straight, go ahead and bring a little bend into the right knee. Soften the shoulders down. Breathing into the back of the right leg. Tight hamstrings are oftentimes a cause for low back pain. So if you experience low back pain, you may want to work on releasing the hamstrings. They can be stubborn. That's why we hold hamstring stretches a little bit longer than other stretches. And fire up that right quadricep. So we always want to activate the opposite muscle that we're stretching. Maybe after you've been here for a minute or so, you might be able to lift the right leg a little bit more, maybe not. No big deal. And then we're going to grab both ends of the strap with our right hand and extend the left arm out to the left. Maybe give yourself a thumbs up with that left thumb. And then we're going to guide the right leg out to the right, any amount. So that left arm is really just helping us balance here. And if you're here and not feeling anything, see what it feels like to lift the right leg up a little bit. Or stay down, your choice. Getting into the inner right thigh. And gently guide the right leg back forward. Give yourself one more stretch here in the hamstring in the front. And then bend the right knee. Release the strap from the right foot. And we'll take it on the other side. So the strap goes around the ball of the left foot. Maybe you wrap the ends around the hands. Left knee can be slightly bent, or bent as much as you need, or it goes towards straight. Soften the shoulders down away from the ears. And direct your attention and your breath to the back of the left leg. Activating the left quadricep, because we're stretching the left hamstring in the back of the leg. When things get hard, we do more of what's right, and that's focusing on the breath and or your intention. And since we've been here for a minute, let's see if we can maybe lift a fraction of an inch higher. Maybe, maybe not. And then we'll grab both ends of the strap with our left hand. The right arm reaches straight out to the right, thumbs up. And guide the left leg out to the left any amount. Remembering the option to lift that left leg higher if you want more. Where can you soften in this active pose? And gently guide the left leg back out in front. Grab both ends again. Give yourself one more big stretch of the left hamstring. And then bend the knee. Release the strap. We'll take a little neck stretch before we move into Shavasana. So go ahead and sit all the way back in your chair. Allow the backrest to support the spine, but keep the spine long and straight. We're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Notice what's happening in your jaw. See if you can release the jaw. What's going on with your forehead? Breathe into the left side of your neck. You have the option to stay right here or notice the sensation in the left side of your neck if you extend your left arm straight down at a diagonal. So the left hand is away from the hip, pointing down and out. And bring the left hand back to the lap. And very gently and slowly bring the head back upright. Draw the shoulders up by the ears, back and down, and hold them there so you're opening the collarbone area. And on an exhale, drop the chin down to the chest. Should feel nice for the neck and the upper back. And your next inhale releases the chin back upright. And then we'll drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Bringing the awareness to the right side of our neck. Checking in with the facial muscles again. Relax the jaw, relax the mouth, relax the third eye. Stay right here, or a straight right arm reaches to a diagonal and down to the right. Noticing how that changes the sensation in the right side of your neck. And bring the right hand back to the lap and very, very gently lift the head back upright. And we'll settle in for Shavasana. So option is to stay right here. Maybe the palms point up to the sky as a symbol of our desire to receive whatever this meditation might offer us. You can lie on your back, on the floor, on a couch, on a bed, your choice. Just make any final wiggles, movements. Lower your gaze or close your eyes and allow yourself to settle into stillness, feeling the effects of the class reverberate in our bodies, feeling grateful for all the sensations we might be experiencing. And I have a reading today from Pope Francis. And this is what Pope Francis says. You can have flaws, be anxious, and even be angry, but don't forget that your life is the greatest enterprise in the world. Only you can stop it from failing. You are appreciated, admired, and loved by so many. Remember that being happy is not having a sky without storm, a road without accidents, a job without effort, a relationship without disappointments. To be happy is to stop feeling like a victim and become the author of your own fate. It's walking through deserts, but being able to find an oasis deep in the soul. Is thanking God every morning for the miracle of life. It's kissing your children, cuddling your parents, having poetic moments with your friends, even when they hurt us. Being happy is letting the creature that lives in each of us live free, joyful, and simple. You have the maturity to be able to say, I've made mistakes. It's having the courage to say, I'm sorry. It's having the sense to say, I need you. It's having the ability to say, I love you. May your life become a garden of opportunities for happiness, that in spring he may be a lover of joy, and in winter, a lover of wisdom. And when you make a mistake, start over, because only then will you be in love with life. You'll discover that being happy isn't having a perfect life, but use tears to irrigate tolerance. Use your defeats to train your patience. Use your mistakes with the serenity of the sculptor. Use pain to turn into pleasure, to tune in to pleasure. Use obstacles to open the windows of intelligence. Never give up. Above all, never give up on the people that love you. Never give up on being happy, because life is an incredible spectacle. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Invite small movements to your fingers and to your toes. Maybe you turn the head to the right, turn the head to the left, just gently bringing yourself back to this space. And as you're ready, reach the arms up by the ears and the legs out in front. Give yourself a big stretch in both directions. And then soften it all down. If you're lying down, go ahead and bring yourself up to an easy seated position. And once there, we'll all press our palms together in front of our heart center in reverence to this practice, in reverence to making time to care for ourselves. Bring into your mind's eye your intention, your dedication, or your mantra. And thank yourself for showing up on your chair today. My soul honors your soul. I commend the place in you where the Spirit resides. I admire the place in you that is of love, light, truth, and peace, because it's also within me, and in sharing these things, we are united. We are one. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you had a good practice, and I will talk to you or see you all next time. Thanks so much.